Many actors have donned the iconic red shoes of Ronald McDonald, with each interpretation defining their respective era. The character, and McDonald's as a whole, are no strangers to controversy. However, one of the weirdest debacles from its history involves a man named Joe Maggard, who lied about portraying the character from 1995 to 2007. This could not have been possible, as Jack Debke ended his run in 1999, with David Hussey immediately following the year after and retiring in 2014. Born on December 8, 1955, Joe Maggard seemed to have had an interesting time during his teenhood, as a prominent fact he generally tells is an accident that occurred at the age of 16, where he dove headfirst into a lake and broke his neck, becoming paralyzed for some time before recovering and joining the army. Maggard would take an interest in the performing arts during his time as a cop in North Carolina's Brunswick County Sheriff's Department, participating in plays at the historic Tylen Hall Theater, eventually landing roles in various movie and TV projects.
My name's Joe Maggard, and I'm an actor, and I play Ronald McDonald on television.
In 1995, Mr. Maggard was hired as a Ronald McDonald stand-in for one McDonald's ad and was never actually the character. This meant nothing to Maggard, as his few minutes of stardom as a body double went to his head, declaring himself the official Ronald McDonald. In '98, he was charged with carrying a concealed weapon, and a year later was convicted for harassing people through phone calls by scaring and threatening individuals while posing as Ronald, describing himself as one of the bad boy Ronalds. In 2004, Joe Maggard filed a lawsuit against McDonald's for engaging in unethical business practices and fraud due to supposedly refusing to provide a copy of his contract for 8 years. He claimed McDonald's used corrosion threats and manipulation in his contract negotiations, and used the same tactics against Sandra Darling in California. When demanded by McDonald's to return his Ronald costume, Maggard refused by saying, "Tell the McQueen Amy Murray at the Golden Palace in Oakbrook that she can kiss this Ronald's McGriddle." To further inflate Maggard's ego, a short film titled Ronald was released by The Guardian, documenting the life of Maggard before and after his time as Ronald. You'd think a documentary would put some effort into double-checking his information, as an official statement was already given out years prior by McDonald's, confirming he was never Ronald. But I guess it takes more than that to reveal the lies beneath the grease paint. I can't exactly pinpoint any time frames or dates, nor find any archives to back this up, so this is breaching into trust me bro territory, but everything I say here is true. If it weren't for this channel, I wouldn't have known about the situation. Supersonic Tales EAS, or SSTAS for short, was a YouTube channel owned by Dakota Frank Orozco, who was prominently known for his archival videos. Unfortunately, his channel and other social media platforms are no longer around for a terrible reason. After faking a suicide in 2019, it would be revealed the following year that Frank was sentenced to 15 years in prison for sexually exploiting a minor.
I really can't describe anything much about this, because it's kind of hard to think about.
So, what does this have to do with Joe Maggard? Well, I can't say for certain when this was all uploaded, but the dates range from 2016 through 2017. Frankie uploaded a video bringing attention to the fact that Joe Maggard had been miscredited in the Wacky Adventures of Ronald McDonald. The video would end with Frankie telling his audience to spread the word that Joe Maggard is not Ronald McDonald. Following up after this video would bring in updates showing the changes made to properly credit Jack Debke and David Hussey on the wiki, while revealing more people finding out about the ordeal, including Ian Hecox from Smosh. The Guardian would chime in to take down their article and documentary on YouTube, although it's still up on their Facebook page. The final video would be a thank you from Frankie for all the help in putting down Joe Maggard's lies and rightfully giving credit to the actual Ronalds. I hope someone out there remembers this and has the videos archived somewhere. Maggard released a blog post in response, and it doesn't really address anything that has been said as he continued to lie. Regardless, this sealed the fate of Maggard, as no one was buying into any more of his claims. I do wonder how many were fooled by this though. Looking at Ronald McDonald through the time frame Maggard claims to have portrayed him makes it clear that none of these two are Maggard and never were. If you think it's unfair to compare a post-retired Maggard, let's check out this steal from the appropriate time frame. It's night and day. As of today, there hasn't been anything new going on with Mr. Maggard from what I can find, other than the very minor updates to his YouTube channel. As for Ronald, he appears to be doing just fine.